Welcome to the Cradle of Quarterbacks, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. And the Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will get the first crack at it here. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So USC's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Got it behind the line. It's Greer. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking downfield, it's Hall. Quickly to the tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. The field goal is no good, and the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Homer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Duggan. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
7, Purdue, 0.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Getting some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to get to him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. He gets a block. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Offense in a split backfield. They'll run the option. Still on his feet at the 45. Quarterback gets enough. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
USC 14, Purdue 0.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to fire on second down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the grab close to the logo. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. I mean, you've already given up a couple of touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Trojans have taken it inside the 20. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Vincent. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. That last completion has him set up, second and short. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're trying to get to it. They've got the screen set up. On the move at the 30. Running toward the tape. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
USC 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
Paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Purdue! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Trojans. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown.
28. Purdue 14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Looking to move it through the air. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Pushes ahead, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
USC 35, Purdue 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Boilermakers are in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
He's got it on the move. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Boilermaker!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Hall. He's going up top. Caught at the 25. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
And the Boilermakers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
He wants to go deep. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Fight is way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Greer. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the ground. Touchdown USC. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
USC 42, Purdue 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
The Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry-up. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Floats it out in space. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get them to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Looking to throw it again. Swings it out to the flat. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Really nice pass right there. This guy's got a lot to live up to. So much pressure when you think about playing quarterback for the Trojans. Heisman winner.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score USC 49, Purdue.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. And off from the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defense, you need to stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Looking for a man. It's Hall. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the Trojans decide to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Offense getting set for first down. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On second down, just keeps firing. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
You know, this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They'll throw it on first down. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Offense gets set for second down. Back to the air one more time. just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Makes the stop after a minimal gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And some room to work.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
It's first down from the 11. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Greer. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Trojans! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And they did tack on the extra point, lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Purdue, 21.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6.
21.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Hauls it in. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
I'll tell you, if you're going to throw it to the perimeter of the field against zone coverage, you've got to have really good anticipation at quarterback, and you saw it there. He threw that before his guy had even turned around. Accurate throw, they're able to make the play and get the first down.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Third and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are